It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. It must be time for GotBot Goes live. I, of course, am your host, your most humble host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe. And while you are at it, light my baby, hit the notification bell. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that's in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we have to offer to you through Spring, or of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. Tonight, we're going to talk about a couple of, one in particular collab. I guess it's a couple technically. The Naruto collaboration. I don't know much about it, but we will talk about that. We're going to talk about the Predaking that was revealed, the Rattrap that was revealed. We're going to talk a little bit about the Megabull that was revealed for Cyberworld. We're going to talk about G2 Grimlock, just a touch on that, as well as Silverbolt, just a touch on that. We're going to talk a little bit about what is going on with Reactivate or not going on with Reactivate, as the case may be. And of course, we will do the unboxing tonight that I talked about last week. It will actually be tomorrow's review. If you haven't checked it out, the review that went up Tuesday was a kit, an add-on kit for 86 Swoop. Pretty dandy kit, to be honest with you. So I'm pretty happy about it. And we'll touch on, just as we sort of talked about Trypticon last week, we're going to just touch on a couple of other characters that have reissues, I suppose, that are just starting to kind of hit retail now. Let me make sure that I got everything here kind of salted away. Bear with me here just a little bit. Hey, Francis. Hey, Mike, Master Far, Big M. Hey, Terry, Marcus. Hey, Blue Star. Early for a change, right? Yeah, I'm a few minutes. I guess I was a couple of minutes late. I tell you why I was late, actually. Well, I can't really say it's the reason I was late, but I had to sit down after I dealt with this. So Starscream wife came home from getting a haircut, and she wanted to check her hair out in like the mirror in our bedroom, and she turned on the overhead light, and it's one of those that has like 3 lights in it, and one of the light bulbs like it shattered, like exploded. So that had to go cleaned up, and a new bulb and stuff had to go in. And after that, I had to take, I'm an old man, so I had to sit down and take a little spell for a couple of minutes and rest before we go into all of the excitement here tonight. So that's why I'm a little bit late. Hey, Albert. Hey, Blue. Bad news here in California. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, California going through some terrible wildfires. I mean, in January? You know, I'm sorry, but anybody who is still with their head in the sand and saying like, global warming isn't happening and climate change not happening. Yes, it is. Yes, look, like open your eyes and look around you. Wildfires in California in January. I live in Newfoundland. We are well known to have a lot of snow, and a lot of places in Canada do. We have a green lawn out there. And you know why? Because we're an island in the Atlantic. The Atlantic Ocean is warmer. If the Atlantic Ocean is warmer, it means those of us that live near the coast are also going to have it a little bit warmer. It's wild to see, but yeah, what's going on in California is frightening, honestly. I mean, a lot of people have lost their homes and stuff. A lot of people evacuated. It's frightening. It is. So you certainly have all of my thoughts, all of my best wishes. Absolutely. I do hope that rain comes for you soon, honestly. Hey, Michael. Nevada. I always love to learn where people come from. Glad you're here, buddy. The Reactivate toys were awesome. I was hoping for more of that line. You know what's really fun? You know what? Let's talk about it now. So Reactivate is sadly canceled. Reactivate has had a long history, a tumultuous history. It started out as Rise. Actually, there has been some rumors saying that it started out as a joke or a scam that became a real life game, a real life idea. And that's how it started as Rise. It started to be built. It ended up, I think, even changing companies. It got renamed as Reactivate and basically rebuilt with a new engine. However, um, that being said, it still didn't unfortunately come to fruition, even though we did get figures related to the game. Pardon me, four figures related to the game. That being Soundwave, Starscream, Bumblebee, which is getting its own release in Studio Series, as well as Optimus Prime. Which honestly, a lot of people say that Optimus Prime is one of the best Optimus Primes that they've ever handled, and they say he's fantastic. I don't know. I didn't have it, but the funny part is that of all of the potential characters that could have been in that game and the models and stuff we've seen, it seems like one of the things that has people bummed the most, other than the game itself being sadly canceled, and it looked like it had great potential, is that we probably won't get the Ironhide that was going to come out in that game. And a lot of people seem to really want that Ironhide. Maybe they'll do some of the concept art stuff in Studio Series for that game that never came to fruition. I think it could have been something really special, something to certainly follow up War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron. Here's the funny part, or the not funny, haha, but peculiar, sad funny, I suppose, like sad clown funny. It was very recently that Chris Cox said that Hasbro was going to focus on gaming and was getting out of like producing series and movies and that sort of stuff because they've had too many flops. That would include both board games and video games. And shortly on the heels of that announcement, we now find out that Reactivate won't be happening. Before people, though, say, hey, why did Chris Cox cancel it or why did Hasbro cancel it? My understanding is Hasbro did not cancel it. It was the studio that canceled it. They've gone through some tough times. They're obviously doing some downsizing and restructuring in order, I guess, to try and become more streamlined and stay afloat. And sadly, Transformers Reactivate was one of the names, one of the teams on the chopping block. The real tragedy here is that there's going to be people who are going to lose their jobs, and the economy is not the strongest. It seems like it's been pretty good, but guess what? The roaring 20s, the 1920s, also went well until 1929 and the stock market crash, which totally led to the Great Depression. So just because things look like they're going well, don't kid yourself. There's a lot going on underneath, and a lot of companies are in pretty shaky water. Sad news for sure, both in terms of those that were fans of the figures and those that were fans of the idea of a new game. And of course, those that are going to be affected and potentially lose their job over this loss. Really sad news, unfortunately. Let's see here. I'm worried about the future of Transformers between Earthspark and one failing and now Reactivate being canceled. I have a feeling the brand might be in trouble. I think that we are certainly going toward a valley with the brand. And I think a big part of that is really people have crapped on anything that was new. One is a brilliant movie. Brilliant movie. If you don't think so, I'm just going to say you're wrong. You cannot like it. That's cool. But to say it's not good, you are objectively wrong because it is well written. It is well edited. It has everything that a good story needs, including dynamic characters. Earthspark, brilliant show with absolutely new characters, with a whole new origin and a whole new exploration of lore that we have never ever looked at before. And for some reason, people got to stay stuck in 1984 to 1987. Get over it. We're not going to get that. I think the easiest way to go, that would be the least investment, that would really re-bolster the franchise, would be if they took all of the Japanese series, remastered them, and properly dubbed them and brought them worldwide. Headmasters, Master Force, Victory, do all of Zone, and even let Zone end with Battlestars and Operation Combination. Do the whole thing totally remastered, good voice dubbing, like good voice acting, not like, you know, the Star dub, not even like the Unicron trilogy sped up, rushed production. Like, do a good job, and I think you would see the franchise get reinvigorated, honestly. And I've said that for at least 20 years. Reactivate being canceled is not good. I mean, the high prices, not good. They had the yellowing, that wasn't good. Yeah, I did a discussion a while ago on Patreon about we have just had Transformers have its 40th anniversary. Can it make 50th? It might, but I don't know if it'll be under the Hasbro banner because, quite frankly, as I said in 2021, I don't particularly see Hasbro being around in 10 years. Certainly not the Hasbro that we know. And I have seen absolutely nothing in the last 4.5 years that would make me change my mind. I don't think they're on a good, strong trajectory. You have a CEO that's been promising shareholders 20% profits. They're only sitting at 13%. That's a far cry off 20% that you guaranteed your shareholders. You said you're going to gaming, and now your first one on one of your main franchises is canceled. I am concerned too. I think we're in a lull. And I think that this is really when we're going to see who is the true blue fan versus the, fair weather fan, right? We'll see. We'll see as time goes on. But I don't think, Master Fire, that your concerns are without evidence. I really don't. I think that they're valid concerns. Will you do video on the upgrade kit for Vector Prime? Not planning on it unless it happens to come in my lap. I don't think he needs it. I think that the Legacy Vector Prime is fantastic. The kit's neat, but I don't know if it really, for the cost that it would be, I don't know if it really adds enough that I feel like I need it for mine. But you never know if it comes my way. Maybe. Am I planning to get it? No, not really. I don't really buy upgrade kits. If they come my way, cool. It's very rare. I mean, very rare that I get an upgrade kit. It really has to add something. It really has to do something to change, improve the character for me. Like, I got the DNA set for Optimal Optimus because it literally gave him his vehicle mode or one of his vehicle modes that the Power of the Primes one didn't have, namely the land mode. I don't know what you call it, the car mode, I suppose. So, am I planning on it? No. Will I if it comes my way? Absolutely. If I am thinking about either kit, I'm pondering the Nova Prime kit, but we'll see because I'm not really a kit guy. Hey, Lion. Hey, Albert. Can we get a shout out for TF Fan Geek? He lives in California and he is facing the fires. Yeah, shout out to TF Fan Geek. I didn't know that he lived in California. I was talking to him yesterday, if not today, honestly. I'm worried about everything. The power went out for the a little last night, and I'm panicking inside. I mean, I don't know where you live in proximity to the fires, but I'm sure if there's any danger that, you will be evacuated, I guess. I hope it doesn't come to that. I really do, Blue. I really do. I hope you're safe, buddy. Yeah, Master Fire just said it there. I hope you're safe. I got I pray my girlfriend is not in the fire's path. Her family don't drive. I hope she's not too. Yeah. Let's see. I got the Reactivate B recently. He's one of the cooler B designs. I agree. I don't have it, but I think that it's a really cool design for B and a cool alt mode, honestly. I think the Ironhide would be repack of 86 Ironhide with some big movie mix. Maybe that could be the skeleton of it, but the vehicle mode and stuff for the Reactivate Ironhide was quite different. But it could be used as a skeleton, as a base, for sure. Wish we could have gotten the Megatron from Reactivate. Yeah, that definitely would have been interesting. I think a lot of people would agree with you, Big M. I think Transformers as a brand might be in trouble. I possibly. Honestly, I feel like that they are licensing it out to everything. Like a couple of weeks ago, I talked about protein powder. Like protein powder, Transformers protein powder. Like, guys, I think you're trying too hard. When you are throwing everything at the wall like that to see what sticks, I get nervous. I got Legacy. Hold on. I missed that. I got to go up here again. I got Legacy Animated Motormaster and Legacy Animated Galvatron. I saw the Motormaster. I've seen it a couple of times locally now. I don't need it, but it looks great. I'll give it that. It looks really good for an animated Motormaster. Legacy Animated Galvatron? Oh, what? Do you mean Armada Galvatron? I think you mean Armada Galvatron. I don't think they've done a Legacy Animated Galvatron. I think you mean Armada Galvatron, which honestly I reviewed the original. I kind of like the Galvatron color more than the Megatron color myself. Chris Cox should be fired. Oh yeah, absolutely he should. Oh, Energon. You mean Energon Galvatron? Oh, okay, the little one. The little one. That's cool. I don't know why they done them small though. I would watch that too. Absolutely. I would absolutely go back and watch all of that properly. Yes, I know Zone was told in story pages, but what I mean is take those story pages, like take the story because the story's there, it exists. Take it and actually do Zone as a whole series. Like finish the series proper, not something you got to read, not pages. Finish the show, do the show the way it was supposed to be. And end that show, like make the show, use all the story pages, make the show, and have like the last season or the series finales or whatever be Operation Combination or Battlestars and Operation Combination. Like have that be the actual end of, like put it all under the Zone banner and have all of that be the end of Zone. That's what I was saying. Hey Joe, loved one, but still think don't like the idea of Megatron and Prime being friends before the war. The movie was good, so I have no problem with it. I'm fine with them having a history. It's better than they're making new flying bots and Orion Pax is like fanboying over this new flying robot and then he shoots them. Like that wasn't much of a backstory. Why would Megatron hate the Autobots so much? He never had a reason to, other than I want to dominate. I kind of like that there's a fractured friendship. And even though we knew that the movie was going to go sad, because how could it not? I mean, friendship falls apart and a war destroys a world. There was no way for that to end happy. At least I think it's justified. That's what I would say. Hey JB. I think Energon shouldn't be made. Okay. Hey Paul. RIP on the first days of the year. I don't know. I haven't had a bad start yet. Don't look at me to gift Dennis the Vector Prime upgrade kit. I already know what he's getting this year. Better not be Kicker Jones. By the way, fun fact. So Kicker is basically an O-ring G.I. Joe. And as you'll see when I do the review of him, even as a figure, like I hate the character. I detest. If there's one character in Transformers that I wish never existed at all, it's Kicker Jones. He is. I wish he wasn't in fiction. Period. I think he's one of the worst characters anybody ever conceived of. And his figure as an O-ring Joe, you'd think, hey, that's great. But even that is a nuisance and a pain in the neck. And I'll explain why when I do that review. I'm getting the Vector Prime kit, hoping those wings stay on better. Also ordered the DK51R kit. I don't know what the DK51R kit is. I don't follow these kits. And you hope the wings stay on better? My wings stay on fine. Do yours have a poor tolerance or something? Because I haven't had any issues with my Vector wings. Hey, Ken. I think this is the first time I've gotten to say Happy New Year. Hope you're having a great one so far. So far, so good. As good as 2025 could be. Happy New Year to you and your entire family and all of your friends as well, my friend. Had surgery on my hand, so I won't be in the Transformers room anytime soon. That's rough. I hope that your healing goes well, and I hope it's quick. That's what I would say to that. I hope your healing goes well, and I hope that it's quick. Zone turns 35 this year. Yes. Perfect time to remaster the whole thing and make the whole series. And I'm going to skip a little bit because I do want to get into the news here. Hey, Celestial. Maybe they'll have Energon drinks too. Maybe. I got Slipstream recently, and I like her. No, and I like it, but I can get the complaints for it, especially if you look at past versions. I mean, I didn't get that one, and I explained it because I was able to fix the bicep on my first edition Starscream iteration, the BotCon one, I think it is. And I love that one so much. And her height puts her right at the same height, not mass, obviously, because she was a deluxe, but same height as the Earthrise Seekers and the Siege Seekers. So she has the height of those Voyagers with a more slender body, and I really like that. It works for me. I got nothing against the Legacy United Slipstream, and if I'd broken that one, I 100% would have gotten her as a replacement. But since I didn't break that one, I don't feel like I need to update her, I suppose. Let Takara handle the brand. Maybe. You know what, Master Fire? You're not the only person that I've heard say that maybe they should let Takara handle the brand. I got 86 Springer at Voyager price on Amazon. Nice. Good for you. That's exactly the price he should be. And before anybody says, no, they remolded some stuff on him and whatnot. Even with everything in the box, he's 190 grams. Little bit more than a Voyager. But when you just look at bot to bot, like Siege Springer to 86 Springer, bot to bot, they're the same mass, and it's a Voyager. It's a Voyager mass. So getting him for a Voyager price, good on you, Albert. I'm happy for you. Good for you, buddy. I think the brand needs a major break. Wars-esque shakeup. Oh, Beast Wars-esque shakeup. We're stuck with Optimus being a red and blue truck and Megatron being a gray tank jet for 2 decades now. Maybe one could argue that. Diatlas sliced Predaking in half, and Predaking had a human brain. Yeah, that was weird. He like bisected him. He really did. I assume that him being one of the generals with biological components is part of the machinations of Violent Jigar myself, but whatever. As we go down here a little bit, when I rewatched the movie here at home, you could really tell that they wanted to emphasize that it was a fight between friends. Yeah, they absolutely did. Absolutely did want to emphasize that. Gosh. Where did that go? So G1 Sunstreaker at an antique store. That's wild. I know you don't like Unicron Trilogy, but what did you think about a human fixing a Transformer regardless of alliance? I don't know what you're talking about, so I can't really comment on it. Who's Kicker Jones? That's why I only stick with G1 and G1 related and Beast Wars. You're missing out. Prime is fantastic. Earthspark is fantastic. But go beyond G1. Just don't go Unicron Trilogy. He's in Energon and he's annoying. Yeah, I agree with you on the re-release of the Japanese shows with proper editing. Absolutely, great idea, and it's all there. Remastering's a lot easier, even doing the voice acting. You don't need all the production. You don't even need all the development. It's all right there. Remaster it, dub it well. Simple as that. Kicker's a human from Energon. I wish they made the series that was to be the third part of Beast Wars and Beast Machines. Trans Tech. Yeah, me too. I wish they would have made Trans. And you know what? Maybe you could go back and make Trans Tech. Why not? Go for it. Hey, Jared. What's my thoughts on the upcoming Star Convoy? I love the idea of Star Convoy. I liked the Selects one. I'm so on the fence about it, but I'll say this: I think it should be called Supreme Class rather than Titan Class because that's the size he is. I think the size is pretty accurate. I think it's about what it should be. I think he looks like he jumped off the pages. Like while he looks exceedingly Japanese in design, he looks exactly the way he should look. I think including the hot rod, including the little container truck thing. I think all of that's good. I think he's a solid update. If you're in for him, I totally understand it. The only reason I'm iffy on it is because I have the selects and I really like that, and I don't know if I need to upgrade it. We'll see. I'm not saying I'm out on it, but I'm not saying I'm in on it yet. But I am very happy that I have a version of him in my collection. And if I didn't have a version of him already, I would 1,000,000,000% without question be in on the new Star Convoy. I think he has great potential. I'd like to see how his range of motion is, but I like it. I like what I'm seeing. DK51R kit is the add-on kit for Optimus Prime, making him a different. Oh, well, we're going to talk about that. I didn't know the number on the kit. You're talking about this Galactic Slayer kit, I assume. Might as well get the Legacy Slipstream as insurance just to be on the safe side. I mean, if you want it, get it. What? I want to know what happened to Dr. Arkeville. Yeah, he just sort of disappeared, didn't he? He really did just sort of disappear. I would love to get the G1 rocket base. You said that last week. If start hunting for it would be my suggestion to you. You might have to get it in pieces though, buddy. Haven't opened my 86 Springer. I bought it before summer ended. Open that thing, man. You rewatched the Zone OVA the other day. Yeah, I've watched it many times. I'm like, man, I wish this was a whole series. Oh, your Vector Prime's wings fall off easily. That's sad. Earthspark got a different type of transformer for real. Absolutely different. I mean, these, if anything, they're not the children of Primus. If anything, they're the children of of Quintus, which really, really ties in with the Quintessons. And I'd love to see more of that lore. I'm tempted to get Earthspark Nightshade because we don't have enough Owl Transformers. Nightshade's fun. Nightshade is a fun, fantastic, clever transformer. Really, like Nightshade, really, really clever. Honestly, I know that you're not against the Takara colorations and stuff either. I know a lot of times you like them. I love this, but Masterfire, if you're in for a penny, you want to be in for a pound, I think that the Takara coloration is even a little bit better. But even if you go with just the Hasbro, honestly, it's great. Even the storage of the swords or the daggers, whatever you want to call them, into the wings, brilliant. Really, really brilliant. Lovely owl mode as well. Autobot Megatron is off-putting. I want to know what happened to Dr. Arkeville. They should adapt the Skybound comics into a show. No, I don't want comic books into a show, especially at this point because they're just doing the comics. Wait until the series is done at least. Yeah, I don't think I want that. What pretext on YouTube sucks? I guess I don't know what that means. I'm moving forward from TF1. I think they need to move forward with an animated series that starts off with a war with the Quintessons. Maybe, but I don't think they're going. Well, their next series is going to be Cyberworld, which we're going to talk about shortly. I hope. Let's see. As a kid, I always thought Dr. Arkeville became Mind Wipe. Interesting. To me, he acts like Arkeville. That's just me. Interesting. I don't think that's the case, but interesting relationship, or I could see the mentality being there. I'll say that. I could see the mentality being there. I've held on buying Scalper Price, Titans Return Metroplex. What? Titans Return TR Metroplex? I don't know what TR Metroplex is. Do you mean Thrilling 30 Metroplex? Do you see a new mold of that piece coming out? No, absolutely. I don't see a new mold of that coming out. No, that's not what's going to happen. The only way, this has been said, the only way that they